Welcome guys, welcome back to our channel. I am Quagdarr, I am your host, and what we are going to do is going to be very special. We're going to start an episodic adventure together. We are going to start a character in World of Warcraft. Some of you people have never played this game, some of you may have, but regardless, you're going to be along for the journey. Now you're probably saying to yourself, oh my god, Quagdarr, this is going to take freaking forever to do that. You must be nuts. And through the magic of editing, I will go ahead and strip this down to where you can experience the journey, experiencing the level without having to endure the time. We're going to kickstart this journey with levels 1 through 15, so let's get in. So this is what we made right here. This is going to be, this is Quagdarf. I have a Quagdarr already taken, but he's got some items I just can't get rid of. So he's also a shaman. We're going to transition over to that once he meets the exact same level as that character, and it'll just be an even swap over, and then we can go ahead and have Quagdarr running around. Go ahead and start the first quest. Speak with, yeah, you have a lot of speaking quests. Alright, so this is something I mailed from the actual Quagdarr character. Alright, let's go ahead and let us begin! So I've been playing the game for about, let's see, almost 10 years. Almost 10 years, you know, on and off. So I've seen like a lot of the changes that occur with it. Alright, so we just got one more to kill, and then we are done with this particular quest. Oh my goodness. Wow, one quest and you already level in this game. It used to be way different. You would spend a while just jumping for each level. You know, when I started this game originally, I started as Horde. Most of my characters right now are Alliance, even though I have my Horde characters. That was influenced a lot by my friends. They really wanted to be on the Alliance side, so I wound up making some characters over there, and it just kind of stuck. There are some characters that have just been around for so freaking long, I just cannot get rid of them at this point. Once you start getting out of this little starter zone, things get better. Things get a lot better. Alright, so now we are off to go kill some giant scorpion, because apparently he's causing issues. Die! 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 Yeah, you never want to stand in the goop that they throw. And that was easy enough. Yes, we have your freaking apples. I like it. Each quest, it seems like you jump a level. It's not going to last like that for very long. Alright, what are these jabronis? Let's see. More jabronis. How about that? Do you have anything? Let's see. Ooh, 4 pennies. So we built a little ass kicker here. The shaman class, they're what I call, in my opinion, like a jack of all trades, master of none. You have a healer. Guess what that does? You have what's called a tank, and they just absorb damage for your friends, so they don't get hurt. And then you have what's called the DPS class, which is your damage dealing class. And these guys, for the most part, fall into the roles of the damage class and also the healing class. It's so slow and mundane. These are not the exciting parts of the game, but you have to start somewhere. You gotta start somewhere. So why not start here? And it's cool that we're going with these guys, with this Horde Orc, you know, because if you like interesting storylines, you know, they have like a really well fleshed out storyline. So target him, wake him up, get back to work, do it. But yeah, as the game's going to go on, yeah, as we level through these things, it's kind of boring. You know, like I said, in the beginning, of course, it's more exciting for people like who are just starting out. The world is, you know, to explore. It's way bigger. It's way more fast. You got a lot more stuff that you're dealing with. But for somebody that's played quite a few characters, you know, it can get a little old after a while. With the shaman, I've only taken that class so far, and like I said, I just figured it'd be something fun that we could do. Just journey through the life of the Horde together. As far as, and it's just my opinion, a lot of people have different opinions on this stuff because you have some passionate people about this game. I think the story is better with the Horde. I don't know, it's just, I like the underdog, and that's where I kind of feel the Horde have always been. Whereas the Alliance, El good guys, theoretically, they, according to the stories, they've always had like a little bit of an upper hand, in my opinion. I dig the orcs. Orcs are freaking cool. Big hulking dudes. All right. Dang, we've leveled up again. Where? We see. Usually they're under a tree. Ah, there he is. I think I see one. I see one. We're gonna totally level on this one. Yes. That's where you're like, yes. Starting to get some more decent looking stuff on. All right. Character is starting to get a little bit more dressed up. All right. So now we get to go all the way back over to a cave. So through the magic of editing, you guys get to not have to endure this walk. All right, and we've made the journey. So this is a cool little cave that we're going to go into. Let's get into some trouble in here. All right, let's see what you got. You got anything? A rabbit's foot. That'll be useful throughout the game, right? And let's see. We have to find, it looks like a pick. I'd have to say one of my more memorable experiences from the game in general would have to be the PvP that I did and some of the raiding. I used to do what they call battlegrounds, and with battlegrounds, it's just like think of capture the flag for like first-person shooters. You know, those type of scenarios where you're going in and you're just fighting. It's a bunch of various players like in a set scenery, and those can be fun. But at the time, it was painfully grueling, and I'm very glad that Blizzard ultimately fixed it. Some people would dedicate just a ridiculous amount of time to try and move up, because what they would do, they would have like ranks. They would call them ranks, and every single week you had to fight so much and kill so many players and win so many matches that you would get so many points to then start moving up in rank. And by that I'm talking about actual rank. You know, they would have for the Alliance side, they would call it private, corporal, sergeant, master sergeant, all the way up to knights and champions and commanders and all that. People would actually play, and I'm not joking about this, 24 hours a day, 7 days a week. We have to go to Sinjin Village. So as far as this little starter area right here, the Valley of Trials, we are done with that area, and we will never need to return ever again. So now's where you start taking your first steps as you're in a character that's into the much larger world. So this is a bigger part of the land right here you see on the map, and that's one of the islands. It's like think of it as like a whole continent, and then there's 4 of them, and then there's even more. So to fully explore this game, you need a lot of time and dedication, but you know, it's fun. Once you get into it and you start playing with other players, that's where it really becomes fun, is when you start playing with other players. You know, you meet people, you make friends with other people online that you never would have met before. Yeah, I've met some really cool people in this game. Here's some more Horde allies with the trolls. Alright, so yeah, it looks like we have to kill a couple more creatures and get some crap off of them. Hey, no prob. We got this. Look at that. Before this little crab, not long ago, this little crab would have destroyed us. If you are just starting out with this game, you know, or you're just interested in starting out, maybe you just got the copy, you know, one of the first things that you have to decide is the type of environment that you have to play in. And I'm going to go ahead and throw out my little opinions on that may influence you. And you have what's called your server that you're going to pick. And that's going to be one of the more important things that you do in this game when you first start out. And that was called as a PvP server, a PvE server, and your RP server. Now with the PvP server, it's player versus player. With an RP server, it's role-playing. So people will actually go on, and I guess I've never tried those, but they'll act out their characters and pretend like they're actually the character or something. I don't know. And then you have PvE servers. Now, I have moved from PvP servers to PvE servers, and that has helped me quite a bit, because with PvP servers, when you're leveling, you're opening yourself up to attacks from other players on the other faction. So we're Horde. That means the Alliance go ahead and just attack us like at leisure. And you know, you're on that server. That's just how it is. You know, you just gotta go with it and expect it to happen. So when I want to now play the game, I want it to be like on my own accord. I don't want other players just trying to mess with me for the sake of messing with me, and that's the things that you might want to consider. The only difference is they cannot attack you unless you want them to, unless you open yourself up to it. Other than that, the gameplay is exactly the same, and it's not taking away your PvP experience whatsoever. You still have that option. You have your battlegrounds that you can go into, and again, if you want, you can do what's called flagging yourself, and flag yourself for PvP saying, hey, attack me. I'm open to it. I don't care. So just do it. If you have more time to dedicate to playing the game, I would probably say, yeah, experience the PvP side. It can be fun. But I will also say that it's rare that you're going to have your fights be kind of even. People love tormenting the lower levels. It's almost like a rite of passage. They went through it, so now it's their turn to dish it out. It seems apparently we are on a quest that half the game is on. So we are sharing little creatures that we need to kill. Not fun. We need to get schmovin' here. We need to get schmovin'. Die, worm! So back in the original game, the original World of Warcraft, something that I do kind of miss is the fact that the Shaman class was exclusive to the Horde and only the Horde. And that really had a nice sense of being different between the factions. And the Alliance only had the Paladin class. Oh, it's in there. It's in there. I see it. I don't want to have to compete for it. Oh, God, he's too damn big. There he is. All right, get in there. Get it. Ooh, so nobody picked some shit up. Yeah, 5 pennies. So what I'm looking forward to is once you get up to a high enough level, it used to be level 40, now it is level 20, thank God. You can get what we call the mounts that are in the game, which are these creatures that you can ride around in. Helps you get around a little bit faster in the game because this is painful to do, just walking around. All right, so we are done with Sinjin Village. So next up is another village. We'll see, where do we gotta go? I'm not even gonna try and pronounce that seriously. That's just nuts. Oh, to Razor Hill. Okay, so again, through the magic of editing, you don't have to endure this long walk. Finally! That was nuts. You see that right there? That's a surefire sign that somebody either had a bathroom break that they had to attend to, got in trouble with their spouse, something like that. That's called being AFK right there. Woo. Kick that guy's ass. One of the things that you guys need to keep checking in on is I'm going to have some giveaways with, I'll go ahead and put those on screen, just some trading game loot cards, you know, just for funsies. Have you guys take advantage of that? You know, just something I can give back to you guys. You know, you're watching my stuff. I want you guys to go ahead and get something back. And if you do happen to get these items, I would really appreciate it if you can go ahead, you know, leave comments letting me know that when you've redeemed it. I'm gonna make sure the winner gets it, and I'm gonna go ahead and post that in the description below, right up top, letting them know, you know, who got it, who redeemed it. Go ahead and take a picture and post it on my on Twitter and all that, and just go ahead and link it to me at Quagdarr. Obviously, I'm sure you've noticed by now, there is no way I'm going to ever subject you guys to witnessing the entire, every single second process of leveling from 1 to 60, because that's just psychotic. We're going to take it slow, like I said. We're going to target for a goal of level 60 at first, because I also want to have fun playing some other games as well and posting videos of that on YouTube. I'll try my best to go ahead and show when he actually levels up in dings. I want to try and get as many dungeons in as I can. I think that'll be fun for you guys. You were there since his birth. Well, almost. You guys weren't at the character creation screen, but I already had them set in mind, so I, just want you guys to trust my good instincts on the fact that I knew what I was doing when I created this guy right here. So it's pretty cool that they have it like this, because at one time all of this was underwater, and then they had the Cataclysm expansion pack happen. Quick little fact, don't know if you guys know about this, an interview in the making of the original World of Warcraft, why the game looks the way it does. Did you know that originally this game was supposed to be more realistic looking, similar to the day of how EverQuest, they would consider the original EverQuest have that realistic looking style. They did not want the game to fall behind the times, so they made it cartoony and they made it unique looking. It's very difficult to see that the game has fallen behind the times. It took a long time for this game to really start falling behind graphically. Our last level, we got a new skill right here, Lightning Shield, which that'll just go ahead and circle around us. Basically, anybody that touches us, yeah. So it hurts them as we get attacked. If you've noticed now, it's getting a little bit harder in terms of time-wise to level. It's still going relatively quick, but it's just going to get longer and longer, which means my edits are going to get more rapid. I believe for the first dungeon is called Ragefire Chasm, I believe, and that's in Orgrimmar City. So that is what we are aiming to get to as fast as possible, because I think that'll be more fun. And then we get to start interacting with other players, which that's always fun. It's one of the main points of the game. Oh, so look, we're getting close to Orgrimmar here. All right, there, that's the main city here. Now all we have to do is just finish killing these last little harpies. Not herpes, harpies. Aha! Yes. Yes. I always try and find a bunch of quests that are clustered together and then do them all. Do them all. Don't just do one and then turn them in, do one and turn it in. Ooh, all right, cool. We got our first little green item here. Yeah, look at us. We're freaking rad right now. Super speed editing, activate! All right, so now we're just straight up fighting people on this particular quest. Ooh, I wish I had an interrupt. Usually, you see when they do their little spell casting, sometimes you can get you'll eventually get a skill that you can go ahead and interrupt those. Another little pro tip there, if you see people all of a sudden they have like their best abilities just like cast upon them and make them more uber, run away from them. Just try and keep your distance from them. At some point it does end. And we're leveling now. Woo! Ooh, there it is. Ooh, you can now pick a class specialization. Because I have the weapons for it, I think I'm going to probably go with enhancement, but you can always change it. You are not locked into any of this. That's the beauty of World of Warcraft, is it gives you options. All right, so we're finally making our way into Orgrimmar, the main capital city of the Horde. The Horde. Since we got level 10, I'm now able to dual wield 2 weapons. So for Shizzle, I'm allowing that to happen. Ooh, so now we are a wolf. I don't know, it looks like we may be leading into the skill. Maybe we can get our ghost wolf after this. Now, if you notice, when I became this, the toolbar changed at the bottom there. What's going on with that is sometimes you'll become like just like another type of creature in the game, or you'll ride in like some tank or something like that, and these will be like unique weapons to this type of thing. Now, I think this is just an instructional thing, because oddly enough, it's giving me these little boosts right here that I can run with. But if you notice, it's 4 seconds, and my little sprints last 4 seconds, so it's kind of pointless. Discovered Orgrimmar. Yay! You can see all the little guards everywhere. Keeps all the Alliance out. We are going to go ahead and introduce you to the War Chief, Vol'jin. Here he is, this guy right here. He's the leader of the Horde, for now. Ah! Hooray! We're finally airborne in the game. The game, there's just so much to see, so much to look at, so much to explore. And that's what we're doing. And that's what I'm having fun doing right here. When, making this stuff for anybody that's either been away for a while or just want to experience leveling again but doesn't actually have to want to play it, or people just never played the game. I'm giving them the chance to go ahead and explore this big world. And the funny thing is, I'm not even going to be able to touch probably even close to half of it.
Get me down, get me down, get me down! Come on!
In case you haven't noticed, I like to have my characters jump a lot. I don't know, it gives me something to do on these extremely long walks. So there's an example of one of the flying mounts you can get in the game. The old purple dragon. Thumbs up for purple dragons. We reached level 11 doing absolutely nothing. No, what just occurred there is while we were exploring the lands, we basically needed to fart and we would level up. We were that close. And so we just passed over into this new area of land, which gave us a little bit of discovery XP. And so since we were right there, we got it. Woo! Just got another achievement. So we've explored all of Durotar. So that's awesome. So one of the things that brought me to World of Warcraft, before I was all about, I was just like on this mad Halo kick, right? Ooh, that's whatever that is. That looks nice. Is this an upgrade for us? Maybe, guys. Let's go ahead and see. I was originally transitioning over to Guild Wars, the original Guild Wars, and I played that for years. And I really enjoyed it. And that was my first experience with, and it's not quite real, it's not really a true MMORPG. Even the people at ArenaNet will admit that. And then they were telling me World of Warcraft had come out. Oh, so serene. You know, it's not, this isn't just my character. You know, I want this to be our character. So, yeah, I may even have you guys tell me where you want this guy to go questing. Just please have mercy on me. Yusa, may I bludgeon you? Yes! Haha, we did it! Now see, what we're going to do is we're going to also create a little macro, little script for this guy, and we're going to start combining some of our skills so that way it hits even harder. Ah, and there's the bridge to take us into the Barrens. Now I've done the Barrens many times, and it's big. It's a huge zone, and they split it up for good reason, because it was just, you felt you were stuck there forever. Forever! Just ran past some friggin' panda. Just gave him like a what's up. He was like, huh? Boom! Ha ha ha! He was like, hello! What's up? Yeah! You saw that? Saw what I did? Yeah, that's what Quagdarr does. That's what he does. Move it, son! We got levels to take care of. Now, something you're going to notice on quests like this where you have to gather, right now we're killing a bunch of birds to go ahead and grab their beaks. Apparently I smashed them so hard that they no longer have beaks because they don't drop all the time. Get it. Come here. Die! Okay, apparently he had a cracked eggshell in him, but no beaks. The dude's like, ooh! Sounds like me after Mexican food. Ooh! Alright, we're getting there. We only have 2.5 more levels before we wrap this episode up. You may have noticed that in that brief little cut right there, all of a sudden I've become more illuminated, more glowy. No, it's not what you think. I'm not pregnant or anything. That's not the glow from that. It's the new lamp that I bought because as I was going through some of the footage, I've noticed that as the light gets darker, it happens to really wash me out. The preview lies to you on the webcam, indicating to me that I was a little bit brighter than I was, and apparently I was a silhouette. So that won't be an issue anymore. So from here on out, we've got full-on lighting. Quagdarr reigns supreme, being as cool as ever. I had almost forgotten. We have this. Yes. A nice smiling little turtle. Oh, yes. Yes, that's what we have to get around in. Well, at least the turtle got to make an appearance in this episode, so that's fun. Let's see that turtle move fast again. Oh, we're going to do our first group. Yes, absolutely. So we're going to invite this guy right here. I think that was kind of smart of him. I believe, is that the person? Yeah, that's it. He knew we were going to be stealing each other's kills. So by grouping together, we can go ahead and share this quest. So little does this guy know he's being featured on a YouTube video right now. So hooray for, is that Sakraz, whatever. Boy, there's a lot of level. See, I'm not the only one that does it. Everybody likes to jump and hop. It literally gives you something to do while you're walking around. And this is usually once we're done helping each other. That's when people generally they break up. They're like, I don't need you anymore. Now see, what you guys aren't hearing is right now there is what sounds like a tropical storm rolling in outside. Rain expected through the weekend. We'll go ahead and be dealing with that. Wonder if any power outages will happen.
Thank you.
And that's usually where we end our relationship. Our partnership is done. Turtle power. And head on back. Ah, the crossroads. Many stories have been told here. Generally Chuck Norris stories, but nonetheless, they are stories. It's an important place for the Horde. It used to have what's called Baron's Chat. Interesting things were said here at one time. Man, that is badass looking. A Tauren on one of those things looks awesome. We gotta kill zebras and get their hooves. The reason I moan on those is because those are notoriously low to get those to actually drop from these stupid animals. Oh, it's making a liar out of me. And I hope it continues to do so. Let's see. Does he have any on him? No. Of course not. Why would he? We're doing good, guys. We're getting close to wrapping up our first episode, which is going to take us through levels 1 through 15. Oh, mine. Okay, just wanted to make sure. You know, something you don't hear every day is seeing a cowman being chauffeured around in a motorcycle cart by an orc with a top hat. Alright, there he is. There's the cat that we have to kill. And this is really rather unfair. Yeah, that was horrible. Alright, on to the next quest. Alright, so we finally freaking made it here. Now, if we ever care to take up cooking, yes, you can actually cook in this game. Apparently there is a Tauren, that's one of the cow people, named Hornies. It's a clever use of the name there, Hornies. Boom. And lava strike. Yes! Oh! Level 14 right there. Booyah! Ha ha ha! Goodness. They all came rolling in. Alright, so we're going to go ahead and turn these bad boys in. So, super speed edit, engage. You've done killed all the quest givers. Alright, so you guys did not have to endure that extremely long walk. I went ahead and just straight up cut that one for you. This is Ratchet. This is one of the little ports that they have on, what is this, the Eastern Kingdom? Is that where we're at? Oh, Kalimdor. You can go ahead and jump on a ship, take them to other continents. So, ooh, it looks like we got a fair amount of quests that we can go ahead and take here. This will definitely take us to level 15. Apparently that was put into the game. One of the developers was a big fan of fishing and just shoved it in the game, and it just kind of stuck around. And on Sundays, Sunday mornings, I don't know if they still do it, but they would have fishing tournaments in the game. Now, you guys can't see it, but I'm looking out the window right now, and it is white with rain. I'm very surprised that the power has not shut off yet. You may be able to hear it. I don't know. I doubt it. But nonetheless, it's, you know, one of the funny things about power grids is on a light sprinkle, when you'd never expect the power to go off, it goes off. Big storm like this, not a problem. Dar, avast ye people. Okay, let's see. Go ahead and get over to that island right here. Ooh. That would be a mighty tasty lobster. Be awesome to have one that big. Red Lobster, they had one called Rockzilla. Maybe that was Rockzilla. You know, we're doing good so far. We have not registered one death yet. So, hooray us. Yes! We have reached level 15, guys. And we got our Ghost Wolf, and we unlocked, Ragefire Wailing Caverns. That was the one I was thinking of, not Serpentshire. So there it is, guys. We got it. We finally got it. Look at that. Moving a lot faster now. Thank God. I've just noticed it, but in here we are playing music from Wrath of the Lich King. I don't know if you guys have ever noticed that. So we're on the island and we're waiting for this guy to go ahead and respawn. So I just noticed that. It was from the Howling Fjord. And we are here, okay, on Frey Island. Let's see if we can't throw a little invite to this guy. Help this guy out. Well, guys, that's going to take care of it for this first episode. We did levels 1 through 15. Next up is going to be 16 through level 30. I hope you're enjoying it. We're going to go ahead, like I said, take this guy all the way up through level 60, and I do have some surprises, little giveaways I'm going to be doing with those WoW trading cards to give you guys those loot codes. What I want you to do now, I want you to go ahead, hit that subscribe button for me, hit that like button for me, leave some comments below. This is going to be our character, so I want you guys to tell me. Maybe there's certain areas that you want me to go ahead and quest in. We're starting to go ahead and get into that area of World of Warcraft where I have options on where I can go. Anyways, guys, that's going to go ahead, take care of it for me today, and I will see you guys next time.